Now we create a rendering for the placement of field south. First we need the textures for the modules. For that we have to open the array definition in Array Generator. So we select our field south, go to the Arrays tab, select the table definition and load it into Array Generator. Here we start editing mode, and afterwards we can select a bitmap for rendering in the subsection module. You can find some bitmaps in your Helios installation path. There you'll find the bitmaps folder with a material folder and some materials for modules and terrains. We select the module Crystalline Traverse. Now we save our changes and close the array drawing. To regenerate the arrays in the drawing, we have to run the placement again. Now we go to the Tools tab, where you can find all functions connected with rendering. First we create a camera. We specify the camera location in the drawing and afterwards the target location. Civil automatically loads the camera preview. It's necessary to select the camera in Helios palette, so we close the camera preview, refresh the list and select our camera. You can open the camera preview again by clicking the camera button. Please note that a camera inside the ranges of a DTM automatically will get lifted above the terrain after insertion. So we can now use these slide bars to set the target height about the DTM and to set the camera height above target height. You can use the definition points of the camera to move it into position. Now we can set date and time for the rendering. These settings are needed for calculation of the illumination and the shadows for the rendering. We leave this setting at 21st December and 12 o'clock, so we'll see short shadows. Now we can set the resolution for the rendering. We can insert the values by hand here, or we can use the buttons to set a default resolution. If you want to create your own default resolution, you can redefine a button by right-clicking it. We now select the bitmap for our terrain. We go back to the material folder and select DTM Grass Long. The option Display Arrays is only needed if you want to use a model that has been inserted into the array drawing before instead of the module texture from Array Generator. You can start a rendering by clicking the Fast Render button. Helios uses the profile h3d_fast_render in combination with these settings to create a rendering. If you have not yet set this profile for the current drawing, you will get prompted to create it in the very first time you push this button. We now push the Fast Render button and afterwards create the profile. We select the standard profile medium as base settings for our profile and set it to current. Now we create a copy and we have to name it h3d_fast_render. Now we close this dialog, and in the future the profile we just created will be used for rendering anytime we push the Fast Render button. All renderings we create within one session will be listed in this list of the render dialog.